Previously on Live to Give, fans vs. favorites vs. famous. 24 contestants from across the country came to Minnesota to compete in a 4-day Survivor-style charity competition for a chance to win $6,000 for a charity close to their hearts.
So I'm playing for the Pay It Forward Fund, which is a charity that helps out families as they go through cancer and things like that, or severe illness. My mom meant a lot to Live to Give, and Live to Give meant a lot to my mom.
Separated into 3 groups, fans, favorites, and famous, each competing for different reasons. The fans came in looking to embrace their first chance at the game they love.
My whole childhood, I've always had like Survivor birthday parties where I'd literally just blindside all of my friends and they'd be mad at me and then they'd be a bitter jury.
The favorites, on the other hand, were looking for redemption from their first season.
And then all the way to the end. I would love to do that again, but also I know it'll be a bit of an uphill battle.
And the famous were looking to minimize their threat level while still playing this game hard.
If anything, I think being on Survivor is probably going to hurt me. I'm going to be seen as somebody that can win in the end. It's just my personality, I guess, and it's something I can't turn off.
But as the game began, contestants soon learned they would be separated into 4 tribes of 6, each consisting of 2 fans, 2 favorites, and 2 famous. On each tribe was also one of the top fundraisers of the season: Andrea for Anoka, Elder for Mankato, Ryan for Shakopee, and Bergen for Owatonna, all receiving different levels of safety leading up to the jury in this game. During the first challenge of the season, Owatonna got off to a rough start in the Live to Give relay when Serena couldn't eat through her plastic wrap, but it ended up all coming down to the puzzle. After a mix-up of words by the Anoka tribe, both Shakopee and Mankato won immunity, with Mankato also walking away with advantage in the next immunity challenge. After winning the immunity challenge, the Shakopee tribe started focusing on building relationships, hanging out around the campfire while celebrating their new win. James, winner of Amazing Race Season 32 and Live to Give Season 2, was concerned and focused on minimizing the target on his
I feel like
back.
there should be a huge target on the back of my shirt. A, because I won Live to Give Season 2, but also because I won the Amazing Race Season 32.
While Macy considered how she could make his target bigger and minimize hers instead.
It's definitely weird playing with people who have actually been on reality TV. I do feel like a little bit like, oh, we gotta watch out for them. They might be like a threat because we feel like we know them just through the screen.
At the other winning tribe, Mankato, everyone had a different plan of action. Survivor contestant Elaine tried to become one with nature.
Oh, you lick his back, it makes you trip. Y'all want to go on have a good ride tonight?
Like an acid trip?
Elizabeth wanted to lay low as a newbie.
I am a little bit more shy, not as outgoing.
While Elder wanted to lay her game to rest.
But if I had my way, I think I would want to vote out either Elizabeth, probably Elizabeth.
Lance, on the other hand, had no interest in working with Elder.
The person I really am sitting there like, please God, please God, please God, don't put me on their team, it's Elder. Didn't get a good vibe from him. And even at the last part of the mix, he was like, Lance, I feel like I haven't talked to you all day. You're just not my cup of tea, baby boy.
Meanwhile, at Anoka, alliances started to form right off the back. Jack had big plans of creating a famous alliance with Aaron from Survivor.
Aaron and I obviously want to have a core, and I kind of propose like me, Aaron, Angie, and Derek take out Megan, and then Andrea right as soon as she's not going to be immune.
Together, they plan on taking out the weakest member of their tribe, the old ladies, Megan and Andrea. Derek wanted nothing to do with this plan and preferred working with Megan over the bros. Angie was left in the middle between working with Derek and Megan or sticking with Aaron and his buddy Jack.
It already has kind of split off. I feel like a lot of people have kind of come up to me and like talked different games. I just don't really know where to go yet.
At the first tribal council of the season, the moms of the tribe baked up some humble pie for Jack as he became the first boot of Live to Give Season 5. On Owatonna, everything seemed to be fun and games as the tribe found the new mascot, Otto. McCrae was being his normal goofy self while Bergen, Stan, Cam, and Serena formed a majority alliance of 4, leaving McCrae and Katie on the outs. As the idol hunt began, Cam found the first hidden immunity idol of the season, but it came at a cost because McCrae saw him find the idol. While most of the majority alliance had their sights set on McCrae, Bergen had another idea in mind. At Owatonna's first tribal council, Bergen ended up going with the majority and voting out fellow famous Big Brother contestant McCrae. And McCrae handled it as you would expect.
Hope you all die!
But to both Jack and McCrae's surprise, the biggest twist yet was revealed to them after they were voted out of the game. Will Jack and McCrae end up returning to the game? And will the Anoka and Owatonna tribes be able to get control of the game at the next community challenge? 22 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I don't even honestly remember who was on.
I don't
other
either. I was
tribes.
in shock.
Like there was not enough time to like look and.
Think they'll be surprised that Jack went home?
I think so.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because they're probably assuming we picked you.
Obviously, I'm glad I was on the right side of numbers because there's a little uncertainty going into it, you know, especially the first vote. It is not what I wanted to go down. That wasn't my choice, but it's too early in the game to try to call the shots. My strategy here is more to play the backseat driver. And I don't want to, start throwing names out. And if somebody throws a name out, and that's the person that's going to go, that's the one I'm riding with. So I live to fight another day.
Or me. Or any of us. I mean, that's what's so hard.
Or me.
Yeah, or anybody.
Well, you know what I mean? Because not all.
I was pretty confident that Jack was going to be going home, but it didn't make it any easier. But there was a lot of scrambling ahead of time, and I had to just really trust the people I was with, that they really meant what they said. It just stinks. Like, he came all this way, and he was super fun. Like, we bonded over the fire, and I have good memories with him already, so that was sad.
I keep trying to make it go up, but it's not working.
I tried to flip the vote on Aaron, but Angie changed it to Jack, so a lot of chaos happened. I don't know if I can trust her now, but I do know that she didn't write my name down, so I don't know. I don't know where we stand right now, but what I do know is that Megan and I are really tight right now, and she's like the only person that I 100% trust in this game right now.
I thought it was going to be, it still was what's hard about the favorites, I think, is that there are favorites who played seasons together, and there are favorites who didn't.
Right. Like, for me, I'm the only person that came in with no other connections from,
and I had to be
I knew they were going to come after me from the beginning. When I started hearing things like, Megan, she's an easy vote, we can just waste the vote and get her out, it's like, that is exactly what I expected. It's like the 3 people that I bonded with most during the social were on my tribe. I just felt already like I had luck on my side for sure, because otherwise it was going to be me.
So they, when you're walking on the path, they're not afraid of humans because they don't see humans out there. So I kicked the bird. It just looked at
Derek. I'm not trying to put age on him, but I think Megan and I have a really good, strong connection. I mean, we're practically the same person. I think he's very smart, but you can tell he's young. Process of elimination, Derek.
Mankato, come on in. And Shakopee, come on in. Owatonna, come on in. Shakopee and Mankato getting your first look at the new Owatonna tribe. McCrae voted out at the first tribal council. And Anoka, come on in. And everyone else getting your new look at the Anoka tribe. Jack voted out at the first tribal council. First things first, I'll need back the idols. Elaine.
Why? I should just keep it, because I promise we're going to win.
First thing.
Okay.
Macy. Thank you. All right, immunity is back up for grabs. This challenge is called All of the Elements. Each tribe will send up one player from their tribe per round. I will then ask a trivia question about Live to Give history, and you will need to go find the rubbered pumpkin associated with the correct answer listed on the bottom of it. The first person to bring back the pumpkin with the correct answer for their tribe will win a point. The first 2 tribes to 5 points will win immunity, and both of the other 2 losing tribes will be going to tribal council. Mankato, you guys won. You guys took the advantage of the last challenge, correct? Okay. You guys will start with an automatic 2 points for this challenge, so you guys will only need 3. All right, are you guys ready to get to the challenge? All right, so can I have the first representative from each team step up to the table, please? Are you guys ready? So I'm gonna ask the question, you guys need to go grab the answer that's under a pumpkin. On the bottom of a pumpkin. Question number 1, first 2 to 5 win immunity. Nicole is the most recent champion, so you may want to take notes. She won season 4 with how many votes? Incorrect. Correct. Yes! Yes. Next question. The Amazing Race helped this player rise to fame. In season 3, he also won redemption to get back in the game. Yes.
I got it!
I need to see it. Oh. Flip it. Correct. Yeah. Megan scored the point for Anoka. All right, question number 3. This next player was a massive challenge beast. In season 4, she won the first 2 challenges after the merge feast. What you thinking? 10 hours later. Hey, Derek, what is that?
Might be wrong.
Correct. Yeah. Derek scores the point for Anoka. All right. Next question. If you play this game right, you will soar like a rocket, unlike in season 4 when this player went out with an idol in their pocket.
You got this, Aaron.
Incorrect.
Come on.
Correct. Next question. If you are voted out of this game early, you may be a hater. Which season 2 player became the event coordinator? Carter, correct. All right, next question. To make it far in this game, you'll need to be as sharp as a razor and Live to Give Hanover Hilltop, who is the top fundraiser. Go. Paula, correct answer. Paula, correct answer. Next question. If you're getting, Alex, this is funny. If you're getting dehydrated, you may need to take a drink. What was the 3rd tribe color in season 4 besides blue and pink? Go. Ryan, correct. Score the point. All right, next question. To win this game, you'll need to take a hold of the wheel and be the driver.
What is the name of the first person to play our game from the TV show Survivor? Go. Could win it right here. Janaki.
Yeah!
Good job. Great job. We're looking for one more tribe. All right, next question. To be the top fundraiser, you may need to know a big splendor. What is the name of Live to Give season that had starting tribes split by gender? Incorrect. Who's that?
It's hard to read.
Macy!
Yes!
Scores a point.
Got it too.
Ready, next question. This next player was a villain but didn't leave in a fury. In season 3, he was the first member of the jury. Incorrect. Anna coming back.
Hard to read.
I can't even read that. Incorrect. Sorry. Incorrect. Yeah, who is the first member of the jury of season 3?
You said a guy though, right?
Yeah, a guy. Okay. So you gave me a girl's name. Okay, Katie. Incorrect. Correct. Andrea scores a point for Anoka.
Girl, you're so fabulous. Fabulous.
Next question. To make it far in this game, you may need a few shields, but how many members were on the jury of Live to Give the Elk River Corn Fields? Scores a point. James, correct. You could get removed from the game if you were ever to cheat. Before this season, what is the only color of a starting tribe that we've ever had to repeat? I can't read. Cam first. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Almost back.
Blue, that is the correct answer. Shakopee, you have 4.
Sorry, you guys.
Daniel could win it right here. This game will go by very fast. Before this season, what was the size of our largest cast? Go. Incorrect. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh. Quick, 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 quick. Oh.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
Swear if you... That's correct.
That a kid!
There we go.
Team effort. Yeah. Challenges now.
You literally...
You get to get that item.
All right. Mankato, very well-earned immunity. Someone come grab it. You're safe at the vote. Shakopee, congratulations, you pulled it out. Come grab your elephant. All right, Owatonna, Anoka, you guys have lost the challenge. You will be joining me at the next tribal council. Owatonna, since you guys finished last, you'll go first. Anoka, you guys will go after them.
Good job, guys.
Way to go. Yeah. We did it.
Another that advantage, man. The rich get richer.
Move on out the way.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Mess Express.
Hot Mess Express, right? Yeah. That's so good. We should get tats after this.
Yeah. Did you get tats of?
Sure, I'll make my
tramp stamp.
Well, somewhere where it can't be seen, huh?
Tramp stamp right here, right along your outline.
It's just kind of a weird group. It's kind of a misfit group, if I'm being honest. We're all kind of people that don't necessarily fit together, but maybe that's why it works. So it's kind of a weird dynamic at this point on how people are going to split off, how we're going to work together, because definitely don't want to be, especially at this point in the game, be the one calling the shots.
Right.
No, because they're like, yo, how in the world did those misfits win that? They was choking here. They messed up here. Elaine was playing for the other team. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, we had so much stacked against us, and we still come out and smoked it. Come out with a win. No, I'm telling you, it's the curse of the orange, bro. It's in the same people back. The curse of the orange. Yeah.
Hopefully, they don't have no orange trap tomorrow if we swap.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
Oh, we swap. Watch me get put on orange. I hope this, oh, please don't let that be my thing.
We hypothetically talking about.
No.
Vote on two famous people.
Yeah, so it's Jack and McCray.
Are you guys worried about that?
I'm worried about it.
I don't think you guys have to worry about the fact that it was too famous. I really don't. I think it's more down to their personalities.
And dynamics of that tribe as well.
Yeah.
But it would also too depend on like who goes home now.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, this is the real test because
so that was like.
I'm not talking game. I'm not pulling anyone aside or trying to make alliances. I'm just trying to connect with people on a personal level. So far, so good. You know, I don't need to worry about that. I'm not even concerned about being in the majority at this point. I really just want to make people think that I'm fun to be around.
Like the whole time we've been here, we've been hanging here.
You have to force.
Yeah. So like if we lost, I mean we'd probably be.
Trust me, you would have saw.
Yeah.
Scrambles.
You would have seen us, everyone like everywhere. Just.
I know there's a lot of threats out there who are male, and I think I can shield behind them at least to the merge. Lance knows everything about reality show, and I think that could be a target for him because he's so smart. Carter was in like the final 3 in his season, and I think he's gonna go pretty far. We were maybe gonna target Elder just because he's a little bit on the paranoid side, but since he's safe, we can't really do that. But then you leave Elizabeth, and she's so sweet and nice. So it's a really tough situation.
Because nobody talking to everybody in pairs and trios. And that's just what I'm like. I can't get a read on Elizabeth. She's very quiet. I need shields. I need people who are way bigger personalities than me. If I had to vote someone out now, it would be Elizabeth. She's super sweet. She just doesn't talk a lot, and so therefore people are going to want to keep her around, and I don't.
The cool thing about that challenge is if you assign the jobs right, you do well.
I know. See,
Did have a brief conversation with Lance and Janicki to work together. And I think sticking with Elaine as well from the famous tribe is kind of the smart thing to do. And that really leaves Brian and Elizabeth, unfortunately. So if I had to pick at this point, leaning more towards Elizabeth just because Brian is immune. Hopefully, knock on some wood here, that we're not going to be going to tribal. If it comes to it, then it comes to it, and I got to do what I got to do to keep myself in the game.
So thankful we're not having to scramble tonight. 2 wins in a row feels really, really amazing and so drastically different than last time I played. Feeling super thankful for the team, especially the guys. They really pulled it out on the last challenge.
Well, and I'm also thinking like an idol's gonna turn up at some point.
Yeah.
Probably not in the dark, but.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just pumped. I can't believe we pulled that off because it was 0. Both the other tribes that were in it still had 2 points, and we tied it. I was the one to tie it up to 2, and so I'm just so excited. I can't believe we won. Well, my main goal was to knock it out tonight so that I could stay, and I feel pretty good about everyone. It really helps when you don't have to turn against anyone to vote them out.
I'm gonna be the one to injure myself.
You know, I feel like I'm a pretty loyal person in what, so.
It really is concerning to me that Jack and McRae, two famous, have been voted out of this game already. So I wasn't sure if I was really committed to working with Macy, but I feel like now I might have to, just because of just like the perception already that famous has been targeted already. So I am so relieved that we won the first and the second immunity challenge, because I really felt like if we had lost either of those, I would have been in jeopardy of being voted out.
Yeah, definitely keep me posted. If anyone talks to me, I'll let you know, but yeah, I wonder.
Ryan did approach me and expressed interest in working with me, which I really appreciated that. He was the first person to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna bring these over so it's not. Hopefully my loud laughing makes them think I don't know. In theory, I'm like, I would just like to keep winning. Right. To work with you. Same.
I really
think we
do.
could
I really
cause
do.
some
Thank you,
chaos
Kyle.
together. But Paula would love that. For sure. Do it for Paula. That's so great. That's awesome.
Daniel also approached me and he expressed interest in teaming up, which I was thrilled about because Daniel's someone I would like to work with. Especially because of the Paula connection. I think she would get a kick out of it, of us two working together.
I keep finding wet wood.
I know,
I think it's like kind of burning though, you know.
If I had it my way right now, I came into this game wanting to make big moves, wanting to be a part of some moves. I saw James on the famous tribe, and my first thought was they would be idiots not to vote him out right away.
He needs to be voted out as soon as possible. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but Macy and I have gotten along really well. I would like to work with her.
They do with that tribe that went in.
So after there was I don't remember how many, maybe 10 of us on Exile, I wanted to do a challenge to get back in, but they basically did everyone in.
But I would say strategy-wise, I'm just trying not to be too much personality. I'm trying to tone it down a little bit because I can be a little bit too bubbly sometimes. I have been approached, Daniel and Savannah, and then of course Ryan. He is safe for 3 tribal councils, so I'd like to pull him in too.
Yeah, scan for spiders. I wonder if how many ticks are out here.
I'm really clicking with Macy. I've seen 2 famous people go, so I don't know if that's best to keep knocking those people out. Me and Ryan are gonna have to work together, especially since he's safe.
I hate ticks.
Yeah.
And then once I get the tick, thinking about ticks, and I've got a lot of hair, so any slight breeze feels like a tick.
You feel
or
like
just,
there's something.
So we need to pull either the famous or the favorites and hopefully get something going like that. It'd be the best I can do right now. I don't know, hopefully we can get breakaway in the morning, maybe not actually sleep, I don't know. We seem very gung-ho about the sleep, but I don't know about that.
Oh, my light is non-existent.
Probably.
Challenge 2 was a big one for us. We needed to come out with a win. It was trivia, and no one on the tribe except for me was confident in trivia, even though we had Cam and Serena who played in previous seasons, so I thought we'd be pretty strong. I would like to see how it would have played out if they didn't have the +2.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Because it would have been 2-2-2-1, and then, then it makes you feel like you're in the game.
Yeah.
But when they had already got it, and then we were just playing for second, it's like, pressure. Yeah, we only scored 2 points, and we lost yet again.
So unfortunately, we are 0 for 2 in immunity challenges, which is less than ideal. But I think right now, we're gonna go with the safe bet of Katie.
Where's the other one? Why don't you hold it upright and we can get it?
I just don't know if I can have that kind of energy at the camp, so I need to regroup with Serena to see if she's on board with this.
Why is this not even working?
And then white clouds. I don't know where the white clouds came from, but we want them.
If you let a guy like Cam get into a merge, that's a threat that you probably can't beat. I don't think I'm that beautiful, but I probably look much more beautiful than Cam. And I mean, he just proved he's a bad liar. Like, do you want the bad liar in your alliance? But otherwise,
I just want to say, throw out my name. Huh? She threw out my name. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna vote for her. I mean, well, just like twisting my words. She's like, oh, someone said Bergen. I was like, Bergen has immunity, is what I said. I'm like, no, babe, no, we can't play that.
Cam and I have the Asian thing going on. I told them I wasn't going to take him out because, you know, we're the only 2 Asian people in the cast. And I honestly honor that. I don't know what the right move is. I know in my gut, I think we need to flush Cam's idol at this tribal. And if he doesn't play the idol, then he goes home. It's really tricky because it's the first freaking night. Like, I need to make it to the second night.
Can't really go against majority this early. So needless to say, like, I did not want to vote out McCrae at all. Now I'm the only famous person out there. And what's weird is Katie already came up to me and she goes, oh, they're trying to get you out. I'm like, I'm safe for 4, so I'm not really sure why you would target me right now. Katie thinks she's weak in challenges, and I agree. The last challenge she was not good at all, and she told us that. But I just feel like that's an easy vote that we could get out next round. I think Stan is more of the gamer, he's playing, and I think he's closer to Serena and Cam, so I want to cut that.
I am not too worried about Bergen because we are a team, if you know what I mean. And honestly, I've really connected with him and Serena, so I personally think it's working out in my favor that he's safe. If there's a swap and we're on a tribe, I feel safe knowing that, you know, he's safe and I have an immunity idol in my pocket, so.
I know, so I just got to talk with Serena and Stan, and I really hope that 3 will stick together and go for Cam because Bergen's not an option. I'm a little scared it's me, but we'll go see what I could do.
Thank you. I'll hand this to you when we're done.
It's a little worrisome that I have the idol in my pocket and that everyone kind of knows about it, but like, wrong place, wrong time. I don't think it's a huge target on my back yet. I just want to make a swap so I can be right back under the radar of what's a hidden immunity idol. I hope it's not me. If I go home with that idol in my pocket, please just edit clown music right now, but I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Famous last words.
That's good.
I was just confirming with him because I hadn't had it one-on-one.
Okay.
I would like to see how.
So what if Cam plays idol next round? It's you and me.
It would have been like 2-2-2.
I'm gonna bank on a swap.
You know, then it makes you feel like you're in the game. But when they had
I don't want our games to fuck.
So there's quite a few things that are. Katie is gonna vote for Cam, and then Stan is gonna vote for Katie. What if I know, and then tell Stan, and then I have to split a vote, or they just change to me?
Yeah, that's true. Just leave it. Just all 3 of us are going to
just explain it.
All 3 of us going to Stan. Yep.
Stan, from Bergen's standpoint, he already threw his name out. He's a gamer and blah blah blah. And if we swap in the morning, then he doesn't want him to be around for that. And I'm fine with that. And also, I think Katie will just like stay loyal, even though we're technically not voting together. But we'll see.
The decision is, do we, me, Serena, and Katie vote for Cam, or we just all 4 vote for Katie? If Cam plays idol, Katie goes home. And Serena's kind of like my final 2 at this point. And same with Katie. And I think I have a final 2 with Cam as well. But I'm gonna have to lose people. You know, we're finally playing Survivor, and It's up to me to figure out what my best move moving forward is, and I don't know at this time.
You're watching Disney Channel.
Pretty much.
Love that. Welcome to your second Tribal Council. Stan, just kind of talk about the challenge. I'm gonna felt like to lose for a second time in a row.
It's just like I'm not happy about losing again. Like, you know, it's you know it or you don't, and you have to find the pumpkin, and it's just the nature of the game. Like, we didn't want to lose, but really sucks.
Could be a $6,000 pumpkin. So Cam, Bergen is safe for this tribal and 2 more. There's 4 of you. There's so little numbers. What do you do in such a small group?
Yeah, I mean, the last tribal, it was 1 in 5 for us that are not immune, and now it's 1 in 4. And I've heard my name. I've heard lots of names, and like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
So Katie,
The last tribal you had a vote. Do you know why a vote was thrown on you by McRae?
Maybe he thinks I'm cute. No, I seriously don't know, and he probably just had to pick someone, and you know it's a really uncomfortable thing because I feel like we get along well here. We all genuinely like each other, and everybody gave genuinely a really good effort. So this is incredibly uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
So Serena, can't vote out Bergen. There's idols. How do you navigate all these little factors?
Yeah, I mean, the idol paranoia is real. It's a big camp. You don't know if somebody found it already or if it's still there. So it could be 2 people safe right now, and it's actually down to 3 people, and I don't have an idol, so it's not me. So yeah, it's very nerve-wracking right now.
Bergen, she says it's a big camp. Are you always paranoid in the back of your head that someone's actually looking for an idol that's at your camp?
Yeah, I think we've all kind of been looking in a way, in pairs, by themselves, when people go off to confession. So yeah, I mean, the paranoia is definitely there.
And Cam, what do you need to happen at this tribal to get 4 of you moving forward?
I need my name not read 3 or 4 or 5 times. The first one felt like a little game of roulette, and this one feels more so, but I think everyone is not feeling the best. I feel worried this tribal.
How many of you feel safe?
I think that speaks for itself. All right, then we will get to a vote.
Serena,
you're up.
I absolutely adore you, and whether it's you or me going this evening, I'm really glad I got to meet you.
I'm not sure if this is the right move at this point, but this is the right move for my game.
I am so sorry. I don't want to make any waves right now.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Cam. Cam. That's 2 votes Cam. Stan. That's 2 votes Cam, 1 vote Stan. Stan, we're tied. 2 votes Cam, 2 votes Stan, 1 vote left. The third person voted off of Live to Give fans versus favorites versus famous. Stan. Stan, you need to bring me your torch. Stan, Tribe is spoken. Time for you to go. Well, another one leaves your tribe. Bergen is still safe, so Serena, Cam, and Katie, I have a feeling there's a little bit of scrambling to do. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm pretty bummed, of course. I didn't want to go out third. I should have just kept my mouth shut and just let Katie get voted out, but Serena flipped on me. I didn't realize that Cam, Serena, and Bergen had a pretty tight alliance. I fundraised money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I played for the kids, and you know, there are no losers in this event. It's all winners. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Check that out.
That'd be a fun after party.
Orange is just cursed. Originally I was on purple. When I got, switched over to orange, I just, I knew that this is the trajectory that you're on when you're on an orange tribe. So expected, but it is what it is, and we're back here again at Tribal.
Sat there watching you guys in that challenge, like in the puzzle. I was so proud of you. I couldn't believe.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No! Can I tell you something else? It made me almost cry when you said that, because remember the plan was that Jack was gonna go in second, and then he was like, I can't go in, and you're like, I'm going in.
He didn't want to, I could tell.
It was like, you just were like, I've got this, and you went in and you were like,
Right.
I mean,
So
someone
stupid.
had, it was
Like,
good you did that.
confidence
I'm glad you did that, because none of us wanted to go
No,
in.
but you didn't-
I wasn't going in.
If you didn't get lugged,
I told everyone, I'm like, we can't lose again. We can't. When I found that pumpkin and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the right answer, and I got a point, I was like, yeah! I thought for sure we were gonna do it. And then 3 people on our tribe who felt pretty confident in their knowledge of the game, and 2 who knew nothing. I look at the other tribes laughing and smiling, ooh, we won again, and it's just so hard, because it's hard that the same 2 tribes now have gone down twice, and just makes those 2 that much stronger. Their noses are in the air, and here we are having our s'mores, right? Losers.
You did a great job. It was awesome. Came down to.
that puzzle, my legs were just shaking.
I think the 4 of us are strong with Derek, Angie, Megan, and me. We were talking about getting rid of Aaron. He seems like the obvious, but again, same thing. He's very strong. Again, I'm going with the majority because I have 3 people telling me that that's what they want to do.
And I'm like, Missy, stop. What are you doing? She's like, I'm not doing anything. And then Ronnie was like, Missy, cut it out. Because Missy was sleeping between both of us. And then I had something like hold on to my toe. And
I think Aaron genuinely has my back, and I really trust my alliance with Megan and Derek, so Andrea is the only option. I don't know if Aaron is going to be okay with that, or if Derek and Megan are going to be okay with that. I'm just going to kind of sit back and let them decide what they want to do, because I don't want to keep on being the one, because that's how you get targeted. So I'm hoping it's just not me.
Bite her! And she laughs even more. And then somebody was like, probably a crab. And I'm like, a crab? Biting me? They were biting, so then that's when I put my shoes on.
Sounds.
Yeah. No, but I mean, obviously now, the 2 famous are out right now. It's like, oh.
Yeah, McCray.
Yeah.
And you guys, I think
Going into this, I was like, Aaron's my #1 target, because kind of judging him for what happened in Island of the Idols. He seems like a genuine person, and I think I misjudged him. Regardless, I'm conflicted because, I don't know, I guess in a weird way he's growing on me, which makes it really difficult going into this tribal.
All the other
right.
families.
tribes
Yeah.
are like, oh shit.
But you know what? At the end of the day, if there's less of one group, it might work to anyone's advantage
hope.
down the line.
I hope. Yeah. Keep voting them out. Just keep me in. You know?
And I
Right.
think,
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
what happened with
Then's the hard part. I gotta get Andrea, Aaron, or both. And I don't have too much of a strong bond with them. I know Aaron's doing a lot of damage control. He's tending the fire. He's telling his story. He's being a completely different person this round than he was last round.
Like, yeah, Jack was a nice kid. Like, I didn't want, obviously, I didn't want to go home. I just want you guys to know, like, I'm not tight with Elaine. So if you think there's a pre-existing relationship there with Elaine, that should not be your hesitation.
Okay.
If you've watched the episode this season, I tried to vote her out, like, repeatedly, and she holds a
She's
grudge.
dangerous.
She still holds a grudge.
Did she vote you out?
No, because they put a lot into the storyline, the drama.
Yeah.
You know, just the different stories
I
that
like
are
the
going out there.
challenges better.
Yeah, like, so there were 3.
Aaron knows what he's doing, and he is endearing, and he's saying all the right things, and I believe him. It's like he's playing the game, but I believe him. He's such a good guy. He could really help us win, and I could see myself playing with him till the end.
At the end of the day, I don't have too much of a strong alliance or anything with Aaron or Andrea, so getting them would be difficult, because technically I do have a final 2 with Angie. I don't know. I'm gonna have to kind of talk to people and just see where their heads are at. This is Live to Give, and I don't want to play a boring game, so I don't know what's about to happen. We'll see.
Anoka, welcome back to your second tribal. Megan, what does it feel like to kind of come back here back to back?
I thought we were gonna get that last one. I thought for sure we were a strong team, and when I heard what the challenge was, I felt really strong and like we could do it, and we started getting some right, and I was like, we got this. And so I'm sad.
And Andrea, kind of what happened after you guys lost that challenge back at camp? Did scrambling start ensuing?
It was quiet. I mean, we kind of just sat around the fire with each other. There was no scrambling.
So dear, is that true? Is everyone just sitting around the fire?
We were all around the fire the entire time.
So Megan, is there a potential for literally someone leaving for 5 seconds to be the reason they go home?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the mad scramble happened at the first one. I really do. I mean, I think that was when the most scrambling happened, and I think we all were just like, we can't scramble because it's too sad.
And Aaron, obviously Jack went home with the first one. He was one of the famous. Do you feel even more uncomfortable being the lone famous person left?
I found myself in a really bad spot.
Like Megan said, there was a mad scramble in round 1, and that just completely went away this round, so I think it could be anyone tonight.
Aaron, how are we voting then?
Unfortunately for me, I didn't hear any names. Everybody's sitting on the fire, so just natural deduction says that it's me.
Angie, we've heard that so many times. We've seen that in this game, we've seen that in real games. The assumption that I'm going home, is it really that simple?
No, I think there's a lot of components that go into it, but I think no matter who you are, whenever you come into this, if you're not safe in any way, there's always going to be a part of you that thinks that.
And Derek, there's only gonna be 4 of you that go back. What's important to you at this tribal in order to move forward?
I think it's about making this tribe stronger than it is now. And it's hard because no one knows how to vote based on that criteria. We've only known each other for so long. So it's difficult.
And Andrea, you lost your safety. Did that change any of your game at all?
No, I think I'm playing the same. I'm still trying to make connections and gain trust.
Do you think this season it's a lot more complex than that?
I mean,
And Derek, what needs to happen at this tribal? Do you find yourself now in like a potential swing position?
I mean, I honestly don't know what's about to happen.
Nothing?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
All right, we'll get to the vote. Angie, you're up first. to tie the votes. All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote. Aaron, that's one vote, Aaron. Andrea, that's one vote, Aaron, one vote, Andrea. Aaron, that's two votes, Aaron. The fourth person voted off a list to give fans versus favorites versus famous. Aaron, you need to bring me your torch.
Good luck, guys.
Aaron, try to soak in. Time for you to go. Another famous person bites the dust. There's only 2 fans and 2 favorites left. Looks like a clash. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I think my experience in Survivor definitely negatively impacted. I don't know if there's some get the purple shirts out type of thing going on. If that's the case, and there's not much I could have done.
I'm not voting for him because he's a threat. I'm not voting for him because I don't want to play with him. I'm not voting for him because I don't believe what he says. I'm voting for him because there's no one else for me to vote for.
I was hoping that, challengeability, that they want to keep me around, but I was the lone purple shirt left, so that was an easy vote.
If I had my choice, this would not be you.
Charity I was playing for was the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Underprivileged people just don't have the financial means to go to college, and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund helps with the opportunity to go to college. I'm sorry that my placement isn't what you hoped for, but the whole purpose of me being out here was fulfilled, so.
Can you just read that on camera to us, please?
Imagine. Thank you for participating in Live to Give, fans versus favorites versus famous. No one wants to leave this game on the first day, and we know how difficult it must be to know that your journey to compete for your charity has come to an end. But what if we told you that it isn't over quite yet? Thanks to our platinum sponsor, Imagine Theaters, we are giving you a second chance in the game. Later this evening, all of the players that were voted out on the first day of the event will compete in a challenge to get back into the game. Are you up for the challenge? That goes without saying, of course.
Oh my god. Are you up for the challenge? Absolutely. I'm gonna win this challenge, destroy everybody in my path, and it'll come back with a vengeance. Mark my words.